Hello again and welcome back to my channel and to the Ultimate Racing League, sponsored by Eldridge Air Conditioning. And this is round 6 of our Pro-Am 2 Porsche Cup Championship. The start of our Enduro season now, or it's halfway through, and right the way up to the end now, we're on the Enduros. And what a place to start here in Australia at Mount Panorama Motor Racing Circuit, Bathurst, the ultimate test of man and machine here in this public road, a 3.8 mile anti-clockwise circuit. And well, it's going to be all systems go here. There's going to be some dramas, especially at the top of the mountain. I'm not sure what these Porsches are like around the circuit up the top there when it gets into the nitty-gritty stuff up there, especially when they're battling with other cars. But we're going to find out, and I'm sure the drama's going to be awesome. So let's just go through the point situation then going into this one tonight. So on top spot now in the championship, we've got RJS Racing on 146 points, and we've got Willard, who's made his way up to second place now on 135. So only 11 points difference there between first and second. And Tidders, also another one who's got himself up into that top three now in third place on 134. So actually only 1 point behind Willard in second. So really close there still. Blackstar is then in fourth. There he's on screen, and he's on 112. So a bit of a gap back then to him. Fifth is Aussie Rooster on 108. We've got Mystic Clegg in sixth on 105. Peter in seventh on 95. Mohammed in eighth on 89. Digi in ninth, 79 points, and in 10th we've got Rufus on 77. So all still to play for, really. It's not done yet, obviously, only 6 rounds in, and as I always say, long way to go at this point. So let's take you through this grid. It's 24 laps, by the way, around here, and all compound tyre combos have to be used throughout the race. Hard tyres, a minimum of 3. In fact, it's a minimum of 3 tyres on all the compounds. But, yeah, we're going to be seeing 2 stops from these drivers throughout this race, 24 laps. I wonder what their strategy is going to be. Well, we're going to find out. So, here we go then. This is the grid. We have on pole position, flat B, just going round the final corner there in the pink machine. RJS, our championship leader, there in second place. We've got Rufus in third. Still got that new theme on his car. We've got Blackstar in fourth, and it actually looks like another new theme for him as well. I haven't seen that one, so that looks like a new one. Seamus is here with us in fifth. I think it might be actually the first time Seamus has been with us. He certainly hasn't been with us for a long time anyway, since the last time. So welcome back to Seamus. I think he's been having some internet issues and finally got them resolved. So actually I think this is the first time he's been with us. So welcome to Seamus. Willard, our second place man in the championship, there in sixth place. Tidders, our third place man, in seventh. Peter in eighth. Mohammed in ninth. Digi 10th. Swifty in 11th. And Sideways George in 12th. So let's go. Let's get this one underway. This one I can't wait for. And let's get this going. So along the main straight now, over the line, lights go out. Up towards turn 1 now. Don't expect any moves to be made here. Should all be going through on their own nicely. Seamus, that standard livery on, which sometimes does happen, although good exit there from Seamus, is already attacking Blackstar. What an exit he got there. Out of turn 1, up. Mountain straight towards turn 2 now. I think he's got it done, you know. So already making moves, Seamus. First race with us. Oh, Blackstar with a big hit at Griffin's there. Turn 2, that's going to allow Willard to get through. That was a big hit from Blackstar. Just got it a little bit too wide there. That's easily done. You can run it off wide. And you can hit that wall. There's Tidders 7th, Peter in 8th. Mohammed in 9th. Digi 10th, closely followed by Swifty, who's already attacking him up through Reed Park. McPhillum is down in this dip here. Down over Skyline into the S's and the Dipper for the first time. Still behaving themselves, although Tidders, Peter getting together and Tidders is off. Peter's had a goal, and because of that, they both had a bit of a moment together, so let's go back and have a look and see what happened. There was a bit of a coming together, I noticed. So we've got Tidders on the outside. Actually, he's on the inside now, but he's kind of on the outside into this kink here at the skyline. And, whoa, a little bit of door-to-door. That knocked Tidders out, but then Peter actually, worse for wear. Then he can't get a car. He's kind of jammed on the... Yeah, he's managed to get it going now, but he's going to all the way back 12. So that was just a little bit too close for comfort between him and Tidders, and it's going to take him an age to get back onto that group, and that might well be his race over already after just half a lap. So unfortunate for Peter, we'll see. But back at the front, Flat B still leading it from RJS down towards the chase now. Past a huge hotel there on, we'll be on their right hand side there where the drivers all hang out after racing. And then we've got Rufus and Seamus already attacking Rufus again, and already up to third, or having a go around the outside through the final corner. Murray's makes it stick and up to third, so Seamus really is on a charge. So this is, well, perhaps he's just taking his frustration out a little bit for not being able to race for the last couple of times, or for this season I should say, actually. First time with us, so maybe he wants to prove a point. So it's behind them, Willard and Rufus side by side, coming up mountain straight. Rufus just a little bit behind Willard. Now Willard on the outside, yes, he does get that done. Willard then gets through into fourth place past Rufus. In fifth, then Black Star dropped down now to sixth place. So we watch Willard guide up through the cutting. I think that might be a new livery as well, so a few of the drivers sticking on their Enduro livery now. Maybe this is it for to the end of the season. So they had the sprint liveries and now the Enduro liveries. Was that a touch from Willard there as he goes through cross skyline? Oh, and there he goes off, and what a spin that is from Willard. Superb, gets it going again, and actually only lost maybe at 1 or 2 spots there. Let's have a look. What was he in fourth? So maybe 2 spots. So let's just have a quick look at this. I think he just clipped the wall there. Looked okay at this point, then ran it wide. Yeah, the back wheel back right, got himself on the curb, and that spun him round. And yeah, indeed, lost a couple of spots down to 6th place he goes. So going to have to do that again then, Willard. And now he's got all dirt on his tyres. That's now going to hold up Mohammed behind him. Graham just having to take it a little bit cautious now through there, just to clean those tyres off down into Forest's Elbow and out the other side. So Graham in 7th, Tidders down to 8th now after he's coming together with Peter sideways 9th place. So head down Rod straight, longest straight here in on the circuit. There's Digi in 10th, Swifty 11th, Peter in 12th, we know. But Flat B doing a great job out front at the moment as we about to start lap 3. To cross the line, puts in a 2:07.0, which has just been beaten by Seamus, who's on an absolute charge on a 2:06.9 there in 3rd place. Seamus, and Tidder's already in after 3 laps. Actually, it's not 3 laps, it's only 2 laps. It should be only minimum of 3 actually, but anyway, he's in. He's coming off those hard tyres as Tidders. So should actually have probably done another lap there. But he's going to be at the back anyway. Seamus then really going for it here. I was going to say here in race 1, but of course there is no race 1, there is no race 2, there is just one race all the way through, 24 laps around this magnificent circuit, up through Reed Park and McPhillamy Park, down there in the dip, across Skyline into the S's and the dipper for these guys, the leaders. So through the S's, now into this dipper here. Front of the car does go really loose, light there, or an RJS I think might have just clipped that wall. That's allowed Seamus to get right onto the back of him. I think he just tapped the wall there, RJS. Just lost him a little bit of time off the back of flat B, but look at Seamus now. I think they might both clip that wall there through Forrest's elbow, but he's going to get himself into that slipstream and he's going to try and go for the pass at the end of the mountain, at the end of Conrod Straight here as they head on towards the chase. Now, don't really want to be passing through the chase, but down here is a possible passing opportunity, but I don't think he's going to do it there. I think he's just going to sit behind RJS. Of course, these are the boys, well, I was going to say on the soft tyres, but actually flat B has started on the mediums. I should have probably gone through them at the beginning, shouldn't I? So flat B on the medium tyres, and we've got RJS on soft, Seamus on soft, so they won't last very long. He may get maybe between 6 and 9 laps out of those. Rufus in 4th place on the medium tyres. Then we've got Mohammed on the hard tyres, who we know he likes a hard tyre, likes to start on a hard tyre and run it quite a while. Does Mohammed? He's there in 5th place. Then we've got Willard in 6th on the medium tyre. Sideways up to 7th now on the medium. Going through turn 1. Digi on the hard tyres. Swifty on the softs. So he's on the soft tyres, but he hasn't got a great start, but he's down there in 9th place. Black start on the hard tyres. Sid, as we know, has been in from the hards and has come out on the medium tyres and has come out in 11th place ahead of Peter, who had a disastrous start there in the soft tyres. So still a bit of a mix. Not many still out there on the hard tyres. We did start on them, I mean. A lot of them obviously have still got to run them. But RJS now still in 2nd, but still under pressure from Seamus there in 3rd. No problem with his internet at the moment, is there? No problem with his car either, but you've got to remember this is the first time he's got in it, so it's a brand new engine in that thing. Unlike the other cars, it's been done half the season already on those, so he's got that fresh Porsche. Looking very quick indeed, Seamus. Down Conrod Straight now again. He's on those soft tyres, so he's going to be pushing too hard. We're on 4 laps, as I say. I think they're going to get between 6 and maybe 8 or 9 out of these soft tyres as he has a go. RJS here through the chase. No, had a big look though. Maybe iron it up for next time. RJS, of course, wouldn't know much about Seamus, would he? First time any of them have raced with him. I think he's letting his presence felt here, or known here, isn't he? Right on the back of RJS. And now flat B, it's all closed up a little bit here between the top 3, and actually a big gap back then to Rufus in 4th, but these 3 absolutely going for it. Remember, flat B on those mediums and RJS and Seamus on those soft tyres, but flat B actually doing a great job at the moment just to keep these behind him. Of course, he knows that they'll be fighting and their tyres are going to be wearing thin as Seamus almost has another look. RJS grabs a lot of inside curb, and that's not going to help, and he's going to allow Seamus to get through to 2nd. It did. Yeah, he grabbed some inside curb there, didn't he? Just here. Yeah, and that's easy. Yeah, you can easily do that. You get too much of it and it will bring that back end round. Fortunate actually that he kept it going in the right direction, so actually just out to 3rd place, just loses that 1 spot. So now Seamus up to 2nd, chasing down our leader flat B. Can Seamus get himself up to top spot early doors in this race? Rufus in 4th, looking good. Just trying his best to get onto the back of the 3 ahead of him. He's got no one behind him at the moment, so a little bit of a way off behind them 3, but he'll be happy with 4th as it stands this early in the race. Puts him in a good position for the remainder. Mohammed in 5th, remember, on those hard tyres, with Willard behind him on the mediums. So Mohammed, head down towards Forrest's elbow, defending that inside line, takes that much tighter line. Mohammed, Willard with that more sort of sweeping line through there, like the conventional line really. Mohammed then sticking right to the right hand side, trying to not allow Willard to slip, but Willard don't want it. He's there. He's saying, yeah, that's all right, I don't need it anyway. He's obviously got a little bit more pace being on those medium tyres against the hards of Grahamid. So wonder when Grahamid will be in to change his hard tyres, or not yet, as they go past that pit entrance and on to start lap 6. Now the pit entrance is interesting here. Not one of the most difficult ones on the game, but it's not the most easiest either. You know, it's a little bit tricky. You've got to really slow down. There's like a wall there, a tyre wall just on the entry to it on the right hand side that you can just catch if you go down there with too much pace. And I'll tell you why I know that is because I did hit it. I actually, unfortunately, I wasn't going that quick actually. I just couldn't control the car enough to get into pit lane and ended up hitting it, and that cost me 3 seconds because I crossed the line. So that done my race. But anyway, enough about me. Swifty, why has he got his hazard lights on? He has got his hazard lights on in 8th place. If that's intentional or not, can't really see it from there, but there you go, clear view of them on flashing. So has he got an issue that he's letting the other drivers know? If he has, doesn't appear to be slowing him down at the moment, but maybe he's just knocked the switch. We'll see. Keep an eye on that, see if he does dive into pit lane at the end of this lap. Maybe there is a niggling issue somewhere. Digi in 9th. So come through the dipper. Black Star 10th. Trying to control it, and that's the new livery I was telling you about from Black Star. Not sure what that is, that livery. Kind of a, I don't know really. Perhaps it's just his own unique Black Star livery, that. It's flames or whether it's, I'm not sure, but anyway, Tiller's there in 11th in yet another one of his new colour schemes, which we knew he was going to be having. And actually I actually quite like that one. It's kind of a bluey purple colour that's kind of mixed in, so yeah, quite like that. I don't know what you'd call that exact colour, but glossy finish. So Tiller's in 11th, and we have actually lost a driver, and is that Peter that's gone? Peter was in last place, remember. I think we've lost Peter somehow. Yep, so he's retired, so maybe the damage was too much and he couldn't he had to retire. What I have missed though is the lead being changed, and it's Seamus who's took it. Thought he might catch up Flat B. Remember, he's on those medium tyres and these soft boys as RJS goes through turn 2, or does he? No, Flat B's not letting him have it yet. But Seamus, meanwhile, has taken that lead and is going away, actually. Getting quite a big gap between himself and these two now. Flat B under all sorts of pressure from RJS, although still keeping him behind there. 3rd. This is allowing Rufus to catch him, because he's got them in his sights. So Rufus now, it's like he's putting in some quick laps, and in fact just looked at the fastest lap board, and there it is, Rufus 2:05.9, so he's into the 2:05s now for Rufus, fastest lap of the race, which is why he has caught up to the back of these two. I mean, they've probably been scrapping as well, which hasn't helped, but Rufus on a charge, so keep an eye as well for him. Has he got enough to get himself in the mix here? Top 3, and actually just hits the wall there, I think, but that's okay. Didn't get any damage, no problem there. So Seamus, our leader, down God straight towards the chase. Still on those soft tyres, still out there, 7 laps in to the end of lap 7, so we'll see if now this is time to come in. I don't think he will. Still got fuel and some wear there on these tyres, so tread I should say on there, so that seems okay. None of them have come in, all 4 of them stayed out top 4 then. Through the final corner and over the line to start lap 8 of 24. Rufus is on him now. Probably this is going to be it. Rufus certainly is going to be his last lap before he has to come into fuel. I think you're going to get about 9 laps out of these cars on a fuel tank. Let's just have a look. They all need a bit of time. I mean, Seamus, he's still got a little bit there, so he's probably got another one for another one there. So maybe he'll get 10 out of this, out of these tyres. On lap 8, still got enough fuel for probably another 2 laps. Likewise for flat B, he's looking good as well. In fact, his tyres are mediums, looking obviously a little bit better than the softs. RJS, again, he might have enough for one more lap, but Rufus will definitely be in with his fuel the way it is, as he's right over the back now of RJS through the S's. So he's got himself up there, but he's going to have to dive in, and I suppose he's going to hope that these 3 ahead of him all dive in at the same time, and then it'll be a race in pit lane, or an RJS hits the wall there. That kind of threw Rufus off a little bit as well. He was right on the back of RJS then, wasn't he? But JS just had a little moment with the wall, just caught it. That's why he's allowed Flat B to just get away. RJS's fuel has now gone into the red, so it's time to go back to our leader and just see. Looks like he might have enough to do. Depends how those tyres are feeling under him at the moment. Looks like he's going to stay out though for another one. He is. So Seamus is staying out. Flat B is staying out as well. I think RJS will be in as well as Rufus. So 3rd and 4th place. Now let's have a watch of these going in. Is there any dramas? They all managed that okay. So them 2 are in. So Seamus and Flat B then are in, along with Mohammed and Willard. So that's 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th all in. Sideways George also in 7th. Are in. Digi. Oh, and he's going to get a 3-second. He could get a 3-second penalty. Digi didn't hit the wall, but he crossed that line. So we'll go back to Tiz to see if he comes in. Oh, he won't come in, no. He's got plenty of fuel. Yeah, because he came in early, didn't he? So he won't. Swifty, though, back to 11th place, and he's having all sorts of dramas. In fact, he's been in, hasn't he? Which is why he's back there. Still got those hazard lights going, though, so maybe just an electrical fault or something, but he's on the hard tyres now, so it's time for that stint. But Seamus, on the other hand, still leading it. Going to be in this time with Flat B also going to be coming in. Flat B just trying to stick with Seamus as much as he can, but Seamus looking really good at the moment. Might have to start fuel saving a little bit here at the end of this lap. Maybe just roll it down here for applying the power down Conrod straight. Flat B also. So these 2 have got a huge gap back then to Black Star, who's up to 3rd place now on those hard tyres. He will be in soon. But 3rd place for him. RJS has come out in 4th. Rufus in 5th. So those 2 were in, weren't they? And that's where they come out 4th and 5th place. So let's see. Seamus will definitely be in this time. Let's see if Flat B follows him in. So we're going to expect Seamus to be diving off to the left-hand side now. There he goes. Let's just see if he gets in there okay. Don't cross that line. Oh, that might well be a penalty. Flat B follows him in. That's how you do it. So he'll be fine. It's just these penalties, isn't it? So Black Star then in 3rd. Could become 1st, although it looks like he's going to have to come in as well with his fuel the way it is. That might mean that RJS, though he's quite a long way back, he's just coming down towards the chase, probably won't be out front of these. I was interested to see if Digi, yeah, he must have got that 3-second pit lane penalty for crossing the line, and he's also picked up another one, so it's 4 seconds. That's going to put him behind Mohammed there in 10th place. So not a good start. I thought we might get that. The other one I've got to look out for is, who was it that crossed it? Next star, I think it was. We'll see if he comes out. So Seamus then comes out into the lead, so no change there. Flat B will follow him out. And what do they come out on? Hard tyres for Seamus. hards for flat B, so copying each other there. And then we've got AJS and Rufus, who's right up behind them now in third and fourth. So this is all closed back up again here at the front. See, these guys have come in a lap earlier. Rufus come out on them soft tyres, so he's going to try and push through as much as he can. Oh, there's a bit of door-to-door between RJS and flat B now. That was a bit close, wasn't it? Let's have a look. So we have flat B will be on the inside coming up here. RJS on the outside. Flat B with his nose ahead at this point. And yeah, you can't really go. Well, he did manage to get it. He did grab it. There was a little bit of door-to-door, but not much in it, I guess. So RJS up to second, then flat B third now. Rufus behind him in fourth, and he's going to, I'd imagine, taking flat B in a minute, being on those hards against soft tyres. He's kind of pushing him through there, Rufus. This is the difference in speed, but you really can't pass through here. Oh, Rufus has made a mistake. Oh, Rufus has got it through Skyline. Oh, he was just battling with flat B, but maybe should have just backed off a little bit. He tried it. In fact, he did back off. He just called that inside curb. Maybe just one eye on that and one eye on flat B in front of him, and it just put him off. So fourth place is going to come fifth place as Tidders goes through. He might even lose fifth to Willard. He does, back to sixth. So it's all going really well there for Rufus. Down to sixth place now. It's Willard up to fifth, Tidders fourth. And then we know it's Seamus, RJS and flat B. Sideways George in seventh. He come in and come out. Mohammed. Oh, and just as we go to, he's lost it. Digi's cleared his penalties, but yeah, Mohammed just. Did he catch that curb? Well, he weren't watching it, was there? But it's just no grip level on those mediums at that point. Spun him round and he's back to ninth place as Digi comes through. Back to 10th then for Mohammed. Swifty. Well, I don't think he's enjoying this race, is he? On them hard tyres in 11th place. And he's here just to see what he can get, really. A little bit of a test session at the end here for Swifty. Still a long way to go, I know, but I'm sure he's going to get much more out of this race. So I don't think anyone else did get a penalty. They may have a pit lane penalty. I thought they might have, unless they've obviously taken it off. But Seamus still our leader. RJS in second, flat B in third. So they've all spread out a little bit in front. There's Tidders in fourth. He's got himself up there now. But he's been on those medium tyres for some time. Remember, he was the first one to come in early doors on those hard tyres. Maybe a little bit too early, but he did come in and get those changed. So he's not going to have too many more laps before he has to go in for what will be his final stint. He's going to have a long stint, isn't he? I'm not sure he's going to make it. I can't remember. What was he on? Hard tyres, wasn't he? Mediums now, so he's got the softs to run. And even if he gets another lap out of there, that's still 12 laps on those soft tyres. He's not going to be able to do it. That would be impossible to get 12 laps out of a soft tyre, so might have to go for a free-stopper then. For Tidders, one to watch out for there. Willard in fifth place then. We know that he just goes steady, keeps it going. Don't push too hard, and just obviously had made that little mistake at the lap one, didn't he? That, little mistake, a huge spin. Got it going again, lost a couple of spots, so probably should be a little bit further up the field here, but short at the moment in fifth place. He'll be pleased with that. He's still within a fighting chance there, still within his distance of that podium, isn't he? Oh, Rufus has gone off again, and he's been going from bad to worse. Such a good start for Rufus, and all of a sudden it's all going wrong now on those soft tyres as well. Back end just come round on him. No grip. Adds a few more dents to the car. Trouble is, going to have dirt on him as well now. He's got to be careful, but he's in there in sixth place. So a bit of a gap ahead of him toward to where Willard is. Sideways there in seventh, being chased down by Blackstar. What can Blackstar do? Can he get himself into the slipstream of Sideways Jules? Too far back at this point to get that done this time around. Will start to come into effect about now, but by now it's too late. Going into the chase, and got to be past him at that point if you're going to make the move stick. So Black Star then, those medium tyres with Sideways George ahead of him on the hard tyres. But Tidders is in, so he is coming in early. So it's going to be really interesting to see what he does, because he's going to be coming out on those soft tyres. It's his second stop already for Tidders. As I say, there's no way he's getting 12 laps out of a soft tyre. That's a hell of a lot of fuel saving, and well, if he does, then fair play to him. I will hold my hands up, but that's a tough ask. So we see Digi in 8th place. Again, hasn't really got going in this one. Through turn 2. Oh, and he's going to hit the curb. Well, he did hit the curb. Almost swung him across. Managed to gather it up. But Hamid also with that moment last lap round as well. He's got that going in 9th, so he's just coming onto the back of Digi now. Both on medium tyres. Digi looking a little bit ragged at the moment. Maybe still just trying to push hard. It really bottoms out there through from the filling part the car in that dip. Side skirts scraping the circuit, the road surface. It's the dip on it so violent through there, and then the front of the car lifts there. Oh, and exactly at that point, that's the lift I was telling you about. Just watch the front of the car if you've got a good view of it. May not get the right camera angle here. It comes through, not here, but through this next one, through the dipper. There you go, that front wheel, that front left, just lifted off momentarily off the circuit. And that's what you've got to try and deal with every lap here. And, he didn't deal with it there, did he? Digi loses at 8th place to go Hamid, and back to 9th he goes. Swifty then in 10th. Ahead of Tidders, who has come out on those. Oh, he's having another stint on the medium, so he is on a 3-stopper then, Tidders. So he's had a hard tyre. This is a second set of mediums, and he's got to run the soft as well, but obviously we know that we can only get him probably around about 9 laps out of a soft maximum. So he's got a few more laps he needs to do here. So he did fuel right up. Maybe should have just fueled for the amount of laps he was going to do here on those mediums, because it means he's going to have to put more fuel in. So to our leader, Seamus, as he comes through, cutting and up through Reed Park. Those hard tyres. Looks comfortable, doesn't he, Seamus, at the moment? Really does look comfortable. But it doesn't take a lot to make a mistake at this place. And doesn't matter what sort of lead you've got, in a split second just like that, it can go wrong. Certainly that lead diminishes. It can sometimes disappear completely, so got to be so controlled through here. But he's got that gap behind him, he's got some time, so he doesn't have to push 100%, does he, knowing that he's got that little bit of a gap behind him. In fact, it's quite a big gap now back to RJS Racing, who's just starting to come down on Rod Straight now, whereas Seamus is just about to hit the chase, so that's the gap. It's got a lovely gap there, actually. Flat B and RJS still racing each other. This is what's been like, really, since lap 1, hasn't it, between these two? There's a bit of a coming together through the cutting. First couple of laps, and then since then, been sort of battling it out, and RJS did get past Flat B through the cutting, and it's kind of stayed like that. They've both been in, both been out. No change between these two. Willard there in 4th, and as I said, he just puts in consistent laps as Willard gets himself, really put himself in any trouble, and looks like he is actually catching the guys ahead. There they are. So he's just he's on those soft tyres. May have a couple more laps in those, but certainly catching the guys ahead. So could get himself on the podium before he comes in for his, what will be presumably the final stop for him. Rufus in 5th now, got himself back up to 5th place. A few extra dents on that car, but 5th is good. And he still holds that fastest lap. No one's touched that way yet, a 2:05.9, so still fastest lap of the race for Rufus. Start in 6th place. Sideways George chasing him down in 7th, and this is closed up, hasn't it? This between these two as well. Oh, a big moment for it, Sideways, and that's exactly what he did do. And he's got some heavy damage on the front right of that car now. Let's have a quick look at that. That was just hit that curb, I think. And I'm just forgetting that we've. That's big hit. Now I'm gonna just remember that we've only get an hour recording time here, don't we, on these replays. So we see Graham going past Sideways. Don't want to run the clock down so we don't see the end of this race. So I have to be a bit careful with my replays. Maybe it should be all right, but we'll see. So Sideways with a moment there, lost a place then to Graham, who goes up to 7th place. Sideways back to 8th. Digi in 9th place. Really seem to be getting anywhere, does he, Digi? That's some good rounds. Obviously a couple of wins in there as well. Those sprint races. This is where it all starts to count as well here on the Enduros. But obviously some drivers are better at strategy than others. It's where you get to see exactly what people's thinking. Tidders with a big load of curb there through the chase. Lucky to get away with that. But that hasn't helped his cause though, down there in 10th. Swifty in 11th. Place for him. So it's all kind of spread out a little bit. I think the battles round here is going to be between Flat B, RJS. In fact, they're all still spread out as well. So we've got RJS there, then we've got Flat B, Willard and Rufus, probably the closest on track at the moment. So this battle is going on between them two in 4th, 5th place. So we watch Rufus again, getting right up to the rear of Willard through the dipper. Remember, Willard's he's on the soft tyres. We're both on the soft actually, so this is where they're starting to probably feel the car going from under them with those tyres. Rufus with slightly less fuel than what Willard's got, so pretty much par with each other. Rufus looks like he's just pushing a little bit harder than Willard. Got to be a bit careful on these tyres the way they are now. Gonna start to feel like you're running on ice out there with the surface. Had some rain earlier, so the track has since dried up, but there are still some greasy patches here on this circuit. Just got to be careful of. So we see Rufus still hunting down the back of Willard, and they are catching Flat B as well. Flat B just coming there, just coming back to him. Yeah, those hard tyres. I think RJS just had another moment through the cut in the front end, just went. Of course, also with them tyres wearing, they've also got the fuel going down. That's making the car lighter as well. So all the time, things are changing lap by lap. The car's feeling different, the track's evolving. And yeah, it's not easy at all, is it, to get a clean lap in round here without making some little error. But at the moment, Seamus, he hasn't made many errors, has he? In fact, I can't remember one at the moment. So looking good there out in front, Seamus. And well, I guess it is his debut, really. I'm going to say he is in his debut, leading it by some as well, because it is. Obviously, we know Seamus. Covered him loads of times on my channel before. One of the regulars is Seamus, but first time here in his championship, and boy, is he showing it. Comes out the final corner. Murray's crosses the line to start lap 17. 8 laps to go, including this one now for our leader, as we see RJS, Willard and Rufus all in flat B. He's going for another one on those hard tyres, but it's a race in pit lane for this lot, as we see Black Star now coming down in 6th place, but it might well be 3rd place by the time he passes this lot. So through he goes to 3rd position. Now where are these guys? They're all still sitting in pit lane, so definitely 3rd for Black Star at this point. Of course, they're on their final stops now, them 3. They're going to see it to the end. It looks like Graham has got one more lap out of his fuel as well. They're in 4th place, Sideways in 5th. There's RJS coming off in 6th place, right behind Sideways, and he's come out on those hard tyres, so he has left them hard compound to the end. Going to run it now for these final 8 laps. Willard also on them hard tyres to the end here. Rufus as well. So all 3 have come in and come out on those hard tyres, leaving them to last. Tidgers up to 9th now, or down to 9th now. He's still on those mediums. Remember, he's already had 2 stops as Tidders. He is going to require another stop because he's got to run those soft tyres. So he's definitely on a free stopper. He's Tidders. DG. He's just come out on them soft tyres, and again, 8 laps to go. Oh, and he just almost caught that grass. We did catch it, but managed to just keep it going. So he was going to turn him round there on the outside of turn 2. The DG Swifty out on those medium tyres for his final stint. But Seamus, who's still got to come in, remember, and I think he has got, I believe, the soft tyres to put on. So that would mean that he's going to increase his lead as he gets those on, as well as we see Flat B coming round turn 1. He's also got to come in. I think he's also got softs to run. So kind of going with the same strategy, these 2, Seamus and Flat B. Black Star still holding 3rd place. Those medium tyres, but Hamid's in. It's going to push RJS up to 4th. He's on his last stint now, so he may well get that 4th place now, and of course the guys ahead of him, at least 2 of them, have still got to go in, but they're some way ahead of him, so I'm not sure he's going to better the position he's in. He may get 3rd off a Black Star, I'm not 100% sure. I think he's got to come in, so he may well get himself on the podium, RJS, because he's all the way through now to the end. Likewise for Willard in 5th, and also Rufus in 6th, who still holds that fastest lap, 2:05.9. Anyone's got near that yet, to be fair. There's Graham just come out in 7th place, ahead of Digi in 8th. Got Tidders now in for his 3rd stop. This is going to have to be the soft tyres. There's Swifty in 11th. Actually take 10th place off of Tidders here. Swifty. No, he doesn't. No, Swifty. No, Tidders is out, and he's on those soft tyres, so he has He's doing right, but he's down in 10th place after that third stop. Everyone else appears to have been on a 2-stop up. See how that plays out. We're on 18 laps of 22 and our leader's in. So Seamus is in from those hard tyres, and I'll be interested. I'm sure it's soft is going to be coming out on flat B also in. So yeah, following suit. I'm pretty sure they're both on coming out on soft tyres. Still with Black Star in pit lane. Let's just have a look at Seamus. Oh no, it was the medium tyres for Seamus. So I got that wrong. I thought that was coming out on soft, so mediums must have started on the soft tyres then. For Seamus. Still with that lovely lead. Through McPhillamy Park. On to the end of this race now, and what a race it's been. Enduro number 1. Sorry for the pause there in commentary, but get myself a drink, to be fair. Absolutely gasping. So Seamus it is then. Flat B still in second. Those softs had some damage on the back end now, which I didn't catch. RJS up to those podium plays, so he did get that on the hard tyres. So it looks like he has actually secured a podium place after what looked like it could be a difficult race for him. But Willard there in 4th. We'll still have 4 laps to run after this lap, so Willard's not a million miles behind RJS, so maybe not over yet. What's he on the hard tyres? I think they're both on hards, aren't they? Yeah, so they're kind of equalled out. But we know that Willard he does tend to, it just depends, doesn't it? As I say, anyone makes a mistake and it's doesn't take a lot around here, and suddenly things will change quickly. Black Star in 5th place, so actually on the soft tyres, Black Star, he might have a chance of catching Willard. So actually not a bad race after all for Black Star. It looked like it might have been one of those races for him, but actually hasn't worked out too bad so far, and he's in within touching distance of that podium. See both cars ahead of him at this point, and crucially he's on those soft tyres and the other 2 on hard, so yeah, this may not be over yet. 5 laps actually to run. I said there was 4, but actually 5 laps still to run, including this one. Black Star might actually, if he can put some clean laps through now, get himself onto the podium. Hamid in 6th, being chased down by Rufus, who's back to 7th now. It might get extra points though for that fastest lap, remember, if it stays like this. Still got that in the bag. Hit the wall hard there though. It's just pushed him back a little bit. Off the back of Graham now. Digi in 8th, but got Sideways George right behind him. Fighting for 8th and 9th here. Difficult to get the car stopped through here, and there's a yellow flag and someone's off, and who is it? Who's off here? Oh, and it's Rufus again. Don't believe it. Rufus has done it. Oh, and from such promising positions as well. It's, yeah, back end it goes, and there you go. That's what happens. Oh, and that's the hard tyres. I think he might have actually done the same thing on the soft tyres at the same point. So, two mistakes there. And again, oh, now he's completely jammed it into the tyre wall. Oh, until this goes sideways. I think he just put him off. Did well, actually. Good bit of drifting through. Yes, he's there. Sorry for the dipper there from Tidders. Rufus back to 10, and that's his race done, and he looked in such a good place. Just to top things off, he's actually just been beating his fastest lap after all this time. Only just though, by flat B in second place. It's 2:05.698. So flat B then, and now, and in fact, no, that's Black Star now. So flat B did have the fastest lap, and now Black Star's beating that with a 2:05.698. So fastest laps now, absolutely flying out the door here. But Seamus is in the lead, and he don't care about fastest laps. Flat B thought he might have had it at that point, because he did at one, like literally for a few seconds did Flat B have it, but then Black Star came through. Got a 2:05.698 there in fourth place. Well, we knew he was going to be on a charge of those soft tyres. He's got past Willard, he's dropped down to fifth. Can't do much about it on those hard tyres. That's just how it is. So Black Star, he's looking to chase down RJS, and he's looking to get himself on the podium, but has RJS done enough here? Still in that third place. Still over 10 miles to go in this race. Imagine driving 10 miles in your own road car, but actually at racing speed with other people that you're racing. That's what it's going to feel like around here. So still a long way to go in that respect. Seamus on the brakes. Down through Murray's to start lap 22. 3 more laps to go here at Mount Panorama Bathurst. And, well, been some showing from Seamus, hasn't it? Got himself through into the lead, was off to a stormer, got a great exit through turn 1 at the start of the race. It got him moving forward, and at that point there was no looking back really. Got his way all the way through, got himself into the lead, and no one's actually seen him since. Got himself away, and I don't think anyone can see him now. Flat B, I just have a quick glimpse of him in the distance, but I think he's well gone, Seamus. Still a long way to go in terms of driving and in terms of keeping that focus and concentration levels. But this is your top 3 at the moment: Seamus, Flat B and RJS. Next start looking to spoil that party. It's can't quite get enough to get onto the back of RJS at the moment. RJS actually doing a good job on those hard tyres, and in fact probably looks strongest now than he did throughout any other part of the race here on those hard tyres. So maybe the hard tyres are working okay for him. To be honest, when I put the hard tyres on, they felt like shit, so they didn't do much for me. But anyway, JS seems to have got it controlled in the Porsche. Maybe it's just a Lambo that I'm driving. It's not quite the same on those tyres, but well, actually, having said that, Black Star is catching him, and Black Star is a charge here. Oh, Flat B's now also put the fastest lap in is 2:05.0, so dead. 2:05 dead now for Flat B. It's probably a good half a second quicker than what it is and what Black Star done. That's 6/10 quicker. Black Star's not on a quick one here, so Flat B might well get the fastest lap. Seamus starts the penultimate lap here. Flat B, as I say, has just got that 2:05 dead. That rubber on the outside of the track there at turn 1, you don't want to be out there picking all that up. JS and then Black Star, and he's caught him right up now, hasn't he? Not sure anyone's going to better that. Flat B, fastest lap now. So we start the penultimate lap, as I say. We're right on the edge of the time limit here for this race, within the hour. So I'm not going to be doing any more flashes backs of replays here, fortunately. But it looks like Black Star is inching closer now, and he's going to be having a go at RJS for sure by the time this race ends. So come up over towards the skyline now, over the top of the mountain, the highest point of this circuit here now, and Black Star is all over him, can't go through there. There's no way you're having to go through there. You just got to sit there now. You're in a good position to sit there, line him up along Conrod Straight. Be your best opportunity if you can. If you don't make a mistake through here, through Oris first elbow, which is his next left-hander down here, you should be okay. Get yourself a good exit here, and I think he has, you know. Oh, may have just clipped the wall. So did RJS, I think so. Can he get close enough into that slipstream? Looks like he is. But this is a long straight down here. Has he got enough? Don't know. He's not close enough yet, is he? Suddenly he starts running out of time. And no, he's not close enough now. So actually probably RJS got a slightly better exit out of the forest elbow. What Black Star did, he did just nick the wall there. I did see Black Star just nicking it. So I think he just slowed him up a bit. But is he going to have a go down here at Murray's? The final corner, not close enough there either, so he's got one more lap then, Black Star, to try and get the job done, to get himself up into the podium place. 3.8 miles left to run, 3 minutes left on the clock, and we have got a battle royale here for the final place on the podium. Let's have a look at our leader for a minute. He's okay. He looks all okay. Seamus, Flat B is closing in, but I think Seamus has probably done enough to get victory. What a victory it'll be if he does manage to get it. And then it's this race on for third place, isn't it then? May not see everybody crossing the line because of the time restraints, as I say, but we'll have to see. Might be okay, but we'll get who we can across. Just a little bit of a pre-warning. Fuel levels are now right down. Tyre levels have got to where they need to be now. Getting no more out of these tyres, and I think Black Star's probably had enough on those soft tyres now. Starting to just have an effect on how that car feels. Really got to be tough to get the car stopped here through this section. Still there, isn't he? But he's not really any closer than what he was last time. So RJS makes a mistake, which he doesn't, and I think Black Star just hit the wall again. I think that's that. So let's go back to our leader, because he will be coming down towards the final corner now. Here he comes through past the hotel to take victory. Seamus, what a victory it has been as well on debut here in this championship. Start of the Enduros, round 6, Bathurst, and Panorama, Australia, and a win for Seamus. Congratulations, that's a great victory for him. Flat B will be chuffed with that, with a second place. He's had a good race all the way as well, been fighting all the way with Seamus. RJS looks like he's just going to grab that third place in the end, just ahead of Black Star. It's a great battle in the end from these two. RJS does get that podium, so that's going to help his championship points as well. Fourth for Black Star, then Willard's going to come in 5th place. A steady race for Willard in the end. Didn't really do much more on those hard tyres, could he? Digi in 6th place. Just looks like he may just hold off Sideways, although Sideways has got an opportunity down here at Murray's at the final corner. He's going to line him up. Can he do a little switchback maybe on the outside? Sideways. Can he get the switchback? Don't think he's got enough. Digi's going to just hold on, I think, for 6th place for Digi, closely followed by Sideways in 7th. What a good battle there. Grahamid's in 8th, not far behind them either. And coming with Tidders in 9th. Didn't quite work out in the end, that free stopper for him, did it? and we're going to have Swifty in 10, and Rufus will come in 11th. So that's your race. I'm going to have to switch off now. I will see you soon. Bye for now.